On the eastern edge of the Arabian Peninsula, where the vast, silent ocean of sand meets the warm, turquoise waters of the Persian Gulf, a city has risen. It stands as a testament to human ambition, a metropolis etched onto a landscape that for millennia has been defined by its resistance to settlement. This is a place born of sun, sand, and a relentless forward vision. A city that has willed itself into existence from the desert floor. This is Dubai. From the perspective of the desert winds that have sculpted these dunes for eons, the city appears as a sudden, crystalline mirage. Its towers of glass and steel pierce a sky accustomed to an unbroken horizon. Their forms a stark geometry against the soft, organic lines of the sand. But to look closer is to see beyond the architectural spectacle, to the intricate human ecosystem it contains. This is not a story of conquest over nature, but of a complex and ongoing negotiation with it. It is the story of the millions who have come to this unlikely oasis, not as visitors, but to build a life, weaving their daily routines into the fabric of a city that is itself a living experiment. This is the story of everyday life in Dubai. The Dubai day begins not with one, but with millions of different sunrises. In a city where nearly 90% of the population are expatriates hailing from over 200 countries, there is no single version of daily life. The morning routine is a mirror to this immense diversity. For some, it begins in a high-rise apartment, a vertical village where life is lived with panoramic views of architectural marvels. The commute is often a short ride on the sleek, driverless metro to a gleaming office tower in Business Bay or the Dubai International Financial Center. Life is efficient, air-conditioned, and globally connected. In these towers, neighborly interaction can be minimal. Communities are often formed not on one's floor, but in the workplace or through shared interests. For hundreds of thousands of others, the day starts in the city's more established, low-rise neighborhoods like Deira or Bur Dubai. Here, the city's pulse feels more grounded, a vibrant tapestry of cultures from South Asia, the Philippines, and the wider Middle East. Life is a little louder, the communities more tightly knit. The scent of spices from a local grocery store mixes with the hum of traffic. The connection to the city's trading past is still tangible in the bustling souks and along the historic Dubai Creek, where traditional wooden boats or abras still ferry people across the water for a single dirham. Here, neighbors know each other, children play in communal spaces, and life spills out onto the streets. And for the vast workforce that builds and services the city, the day begins in shared accommodations, in purpose-built communities that are the silent engine of Dubai. Their mornings start in the pre-dawn cool, their commute a journey from the periphery to the center. Within these accommodations, a unique camaraderie exists. Men from the same villages, back in India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, form support networks, sharing meals, stories, and the financial burdens of being away from home. Their connection is not to the gleaming city they build, but to each other, and to their families thousands of miles away, connected by a nightly phone call. Families, single professionals, laborers, entrepreneurs, all share the same geography, but experience vastly different versions of the city. Yet, they are bound by a common thread: the pursuit of opportunity, a chance to build a life in a place that promises a future, albeit one that comes with its own unique set of rules and realities. At the heart of this global metropolis is a deep and enduring local culture. The identity of Dubai is rooted in Emirati heritage, the traditions of the desert, and the tenets of Islam. The call to prayer echoes through the city 5 times a day, a serene and melodic sound that drifts from the minarets of mosques, a reminder of the faith that underpins the nation's laws and social fabric. This heritage is not a relic. It is a living part of the city's identity. The concept of hospitality is central. The serving of Arabic coffee, or qahwa, alongside dates is a cherished ritual of welcome. The majlis, a traditional sitting room for receiving guests, remains an important social institution for discussion and community bonding. Respect for these local customs is an unspoken rule, an essential part of the social contract for the millions of expatriates who live here. Modesty in dress, particularly in public or religious places, respect for the holy month of Ramadan, when Muslims fast from dawn till dusk, and an understanding of local etiquette are expected. The visual symbols of this identity are a constant presence. The clean white kandura, worn by Emirati men, and the elegant black abaya and shayla worn by women are not just traditional attire. They are statements of national pride and cultural continuity in a sea of global fashion. The government actively works to preserve this heritage through cultural festivals, museums, and heritage sites, ensuring that the city's rapid modernization does not erase its past. For young Emiratis, life is a constant navigation between these deep-rooted traditions and the globalized, hyper-connected world they inhabit. They are expected to be pioneers in business and technology, while also upholding the timeless values of family, faith, and tribe. This creates a fascinating duality. It is a place where ancient traditions like falconry, a Bedouin skill passed down through generations, coexist with a hyper-modern, globalized lifestyle. In the Al Fahidi Historical District, one can wander through the narrow alleyways of Old Dubai and feel a connection to the city's humble origins. Just a few miles away, the Dubai Mall presents a vision of the future, a world of international brands and entertainment on a colossal scale. For the Emirati people, this is a delicate balancing act, preserving a cherished heritage and a strong national identity while steering one of the world's most cosmopolitan and forward-looking cities. The engine of Dubai is its economy, a powerhouse that has diversified from its early reliance on oil to become a global leader in finance, logistics, tourism, and real estate. The work culture is demanding. Punctuality and a focus on results are highly valued. The work week for many professionals now aligns with the global standard of Monday to Friday, a recent shift from the traditional Sunday to Thursday week, designed to improve business connectivity with the rest of the world. The city's economic landscape is structured around specialized free zones, designated areas like Dubai Media City, Internet City, and the Dubai International Financial Center. These zones offer foreign companies tax concessions and 100% ownership, acting as powerful magnets for international investment and talent. This economic model is built upon the kafala, or sponsorship system. Every expatriate resident must have a sponsor, which is typically their employer who is responsible for their visa and legal status. This means that the right to live in Dubai is directly tied to one's job. This system provides a framework for managing a large foreign workforce, but it also places immense power in the hands of employers and creates a sense of precariousness for employees. The job market is incredibly diverse, with opportunities for nearly every skill set. This has drawn a massive expatriate workforce, from high-level executives in multinational corporations to the essential service workers who keep the city's hotels, restaurants, and retail outlets running. This economic structure creates a society with distinct and visible income levels. At one end of the spectrum are the high-earning professionals who enjoy a lifestyle of comfort and luxury. At the other are the low-income laborers, primarily from South and Southeast Asia, who work in construction and manual services. Their financial reality is vastly different, with most of their earnings sent home as remittances to support families in their native countries. In between sits a large and growing middle class of professionals, educators, healthcare workers, and small business owners from all corners of the globe. This economic stratification is a defining feature of Dubai, a city of immense wealth and opportunity, built and maintained by a global workforce with widely varying economic realities. One of the biggest draws for expatriates moving to Dubai is its famous tax-free status. There is no personal income tax, which allows residents to keep 100% of their earnings. This is, without question, a powerful financial incentive. However, the reality of the cost of living in Dubai is more complex and nuanced. While salaries are not taxed at the source, consumption is. A 5% value-added tax, or VAT, is applied to most goods and services, a subtle but constant expense in daily life. The single largest expense for most residents is housing. Rent in desirable neighborhoods can be exceptionally high, consuming a significant portion of a monthly salary. The system often requires tenants to pay the entire year's rent up front, or in a small number of post-dated checks, a major financial hurdle for newcomers that can drain savings before one even settles in. Education is another major cost. With the exception of Emirati citizens who have access to public schools, most expatriate children attend private international schools, and the fees can be substantial, running into tens of thousands of dollars per year. Daily life is filled with other costs. Running a car involves not just fuel, but road tolls, known as salik, which automatically charge a fee each time a vehicle passes through a toll gate. Utility bills for electricity and water can be high, especially in the summer months due to the heavy reliance on air conditioning. There are also hidden costs, such as high fees for government services and mandatory health insurance. The financial appeal of Dubai is therefore a careful calculation. For high-income earners, especially those on executive packages where housing and school fees are covered by their company, the benefits of zero income tax are immense. For those on lower or middle incomes paying for everything themselves, the financial equation can be much tighter, requiring careful budgeting. The tax-free lifestyle is not entirely free. It is a trade-off, a balance between higher earning potential and the high cost of daily life in a global city. The culinary landscape of Dubai is a direct reflection of its multicultural population. It is a city where you can find almost any cuisine from anywhere in the world, prepared authentically by chefs from those countries, from Michelin-starred fine dining on the Palm Jumeirah to humble, delicious street food-style eateries in the backstreets of Dera, the options are endless. The Friday brunch is a famous Dubai institution, an elaborate all-you-can-eat buffet that is a social highlight for many expatriates. The culture of eating out is strong, and the hyper-convenience of food delivery apps has become an integral part of daily life for busy professionals and families. At the same time, there is a rich and often overlooked local cuisine. Traditional Emirati food is hearty and flavorful, with influences from centuries of trade across the Middle East and Asia. Dishes are often centered around rice, meat, and fish, seasoned with a warm blend of spices like cardamom, saffron, and turmeric. While the international food scene often takes center stage, home cooking remains the heart of family life for residents of all backgrounds. A visit to a large supermarket is a global tour in itself. Aisles are dedicated to products from Britain, India, the Philippines, Lebanon, and beyond, allowing people to recreate a taste of home in the heart of the desert. During the holy month of Ramadan, the evening iftar meal, when the fast is broken, becomes a city-wide event. Lavish buffets are set up in hotels and restaurants, and charitable organizations distribute free meals, fostering a spirit of community and generosity that is shared by all. Beyond the concrete and glass, Dubai is surrounded by a landscape of stark and profound beauty. The Arabian Desert, with its rolling dunes and deep silence, is the natural backdrop to the city. For residents, weekend trips into the desert for dune driving, camping under the stars, or visiting a traditional-style camp are a popular way to escape the urban intensity. The city is also blessed with a long coastline of clean, warm water and sandy beaches, which are centers of social life, especially during the cooler months from October to April. However, outdoor life in Dubai is dictated by one overwhelming factor: the heat. For at least 5 months of the year, from May to September, daytime temperatures soar, often accompanied by high humidity. This extreme climate has profoundly shaped the lifestyle. Life moves indoors. The city's famous malls are not just for shopping. They are vast, air-conditioned public spaces where people walk for exercise, socialize, eat, and escape the heat. The city has engineered a world of indoor attractions to combat the summer confinement. An indoor ski slope with real snow, a massive aquarium, an underwater zoo, and sprawling indoor theme parks. This phenomenon leads to a form of summer cabin fever for some, a feeling of being confined indoors. The rhythm of life adapts to the climate, with a clear distinction between the cooler, outdoor-focused winter months and the hotter, indoor-focused summer. Dubai is a city built for the modern age, and its infrastructure reflects that. A clean, efficient, and driverless metro system connects key parts of the city, offering a welcome and affordable alternative to the roads. The stations are pristine, and there are separate carriages for women and children, as well as a premium gold class. The highway network is extensive and well-maintained, a testament to the city's car-centric culture. For many, owning a car is seen as a necessity for navigating the sprawling urban landscape, especially for families or those living outside the metro corridor. This reliance on road transport, however, leads to one of the city's biggest daily challenges: traffic. During peak hours, major arteries can become heavily congested, turning a short journey into a long one. Modern life here is defined by a seamless transition between controlled environments, from an air-conditioned apartment to an air-conditioned car to an air-conditioned office or mall. It is possible to spend an entire day without ever being exposed to the natural climate. This incredible feat of engineering is what makes life in the desert not just possible, but comfortable for millions. The city is always looking to the future of transport, with ambitious plans for flying taxis and other futuristic mobility solutions, reinforcing its identity as a place where the world of tomorrow is being built today. For families, education is a top priority, and Dubai offers a wide array of private international schools catering to different curricula. This creates a unique educational environment where children grow up alongside peers from all over the world, fostering a truly global perspective from a young age. These children are often called third culture kids, comfortable in many cultures but not fully belonging to any single one. They are fluent in the language of international travel and cultural adaptation, but may lack a deep connection to a single place they call home. The city has also invested heavily in higher education, with numerous international universities establishing campuses here. Dubai is in many ways a city of the young. It is a place for ambitious young professionals to start and build their careers, drawn by the economic opportunities and the energetic work hard, play hard lifestyle. Social life for this demographic often revolves around organized events, brunches, beach clubs, and sports leagues, which provide ready-made networks for newcomers. However, this also contributes to the city's transient nature. Many expatriates come to Dubai for a specific period to work on a project, to save money for a few years before moving on. This can make it challenging to build deep, long-term roots. Friendships are often intense, but can be short-lived, as people's lives are tied to work contracts and visas. It is a city of hellos and goodbyes, a constant flow of people coming and going, which can create a subtle but persistent sense of impermanence. Life in Dubai is governed by two clocks, the clock on the wall and the clock of the sun. The rhythm of day and night is a study in contrasts. The intense heat of the midday sun, especially in summer, encourages a quieter, more subdued pace of life. The city's real energy awakens as the sun begins to set. Evening is when Dubai truly comes alive. As the temperature drops to a more comfortable level, the streets, promenades, and public spaces fill with people. It is a time for socializing, for families to spend time together outdoors, for friends to meet for dinner. The city's malls and restaurants do their briskest business late into the evening, and it's not uncommon to see families with young children out and about at 10 or 11 at night. This nocturnal culture is a direct adaptation to the climate, a collective decision to shift the social hours to the cooler, more pleasant part of the day. The night is not an end to the day, but its vibrant second act. For all its glamour and efficiency, life in Dubai is not without its significant challenges. The relentless summer heat is a physical and psychological hurdle that everyone must adapt to. The high cost of living can create financial pressure, even with a tax-free salary, and for the vast majority of the expatriate population, the right to live and work in the city is tied directly to their employment visa. Job security is paramount, as losing a job often means having to leave the country within a short period. This creates an underlying sense of precariousness for many. The social fabric of the city is also complex. While Dubai is remarkably tolerant and multicultural on the surface, there are clear social and economic divisions between different groups. People often socialize within their own national or economic circles, creating invisible bubbles. The fast-paced, work-oriented lifestyle can also be demanding, leaving little room for a slower pace of life. There is a psychological challenge too, a feeling of living in a bubble, disconnected from the home country's politics and social issues, but also not fully integrated into the local one. The pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle, to project an image of success, can be intense. For some, the transient nature of the city can lead to feelings of loneliness, as close friends inevitably move on. It is a city that demands resilience, adaptability, and a clear sense of purpose. The opportunities are immense, but they exist within a structured system that requires constant effort and navigation. So why do people choose to stay? In a city of constant change and significant challenges, what makes them build a life here? The answers are as diverse as the population itself. For many, it comes down to unparalleled opportunity, the chance to accelerate a career, start a business, or save for a future in a way that might not be possible back home. The city's safety and security are consistently ranked among the best in the world, offering a peaceful and predictable environment to raise a family, a priceless commodity for many. They stay for the modern, convenient lifestyle, for the world-class infrastructure that makes daily life efficient and comfortable. They stay for the unique international environment, for the experience of living and working alongside people from every corner of the planet. They stay for the friendships they forge, creating a unique Dubai family of fellow expatriates who understand the shared experience of living a life away from home. And they stay for the city's inherent optimism, its relentless can-do spirit that makes the impossible seem achievable. It is a trade-off, a conscious choice to accept the challenges in exchange for the benefits. It is the feeling of living in a city that is constantly looking forward, a place where the future is not just something you wait for, but something you can actively participate in building. Dubai is a city of dualities. It is a place of immense wealth and simple, everyday work. It is a home to ancient traditions and a laboratory for the future. It is a society of global citizens, all living together under a shared set of local values, each pursuing their own version of a better life. Life here is a constantly negotiated balance between ambition and cost, between community and transience, between the manufactured world and the powerful, ever-present desert. Beyond the luxury and the superlatives lies a complex and fascinating human story. The story of a city that is, in the end, much more than what it appears to be. It is a quiet life and a loud life, lived together on a global stage, a living testament to the idea that in a world that is constantly relentlessly speeding up, there is still a place and a deep human need for a quiet life.